Hi, I'm Lachlan Wilmot and the co-owner here of Athletes Authority. Hi, I'm Lachlan Wilmot and the co-owner here of Athletes Authority. What we're going to talk about over the next few videos is velocity-based training and the evolution it's had within the gym environment over the past decade. It's really important to understand with velocity-based training that it's something that's been around for a long time. It's been tracked by a lot of different people, a lot of different organisations, but it's not until recently that we've had the ability to bring it to the private sector, or at least bring it to people that can't afford the fancy equipment. It's really important with velocity-based training to understand why we do it, to understand where it's being tracked and why we're tracking it. It's also very important for velocity-based training to understand the equipment that we use to track it, from options like Vicon, which is an exceptionally expensive video-based system that most people aren't going to use, but we will see a lot in universities, through to the second option, which is more popular, to linear transducers, which when it comes to professional sport is quite popular, but in the private sector it's not used as much. And then we look at our third option, which is push band, which have started to bring out some fantastic accelerometer-based products that are really affordable and really easy to use with the general public. Although there's a lot of information about velocity-based training and a lot of people know a fair amount about it over the past decade, it's really hard to transfer that into a practical setting. I know in my experience it's been a nightmare to try and take a lot of the data that we see, a lot of the research that we see, and try and translate that into either a team environment or into an individual, amateur and private setting. The best thing about push band is it makes that a lot easier. And that's what we're going to start to look at over the next 5 or 6 videos, and actually look at how you can take all this information and all this great velocity-based data and start to implement it into a nice practical setting. Because at the end of the day, if we can't use it in a practical setting, all it's good for is research. So it's really important that we can start to use it with our athletes, use it with our clients, even if they're general population, to try and get a little bit of an outplay and something we can use from this data. One of those practical applications that Push has done really well with is the fact that we can start to take the push band and not just use it in a linear position or just on a barbell. They've managed to set it up so we can use it in multi-directional lifts and movements. We can still have it on the barbell, but we can also start to play with it with some free movements. Be creative, not get stuck in this paradigm of just doing linear position movements, and that's all we can track. So now suddenly the push band opens us up to being creative with our plyometric work, with our med ball work, with specific sporting movements where we can start to tag and watch this velocity data show us a little bit more about our athletes. The best thing about push band is its simplicity and how easy it is to use. When you get your push band, you're going to have a nice little arm strap that's simple to add on. We've got a little barbell sleeve as well, and then we've got the actual push band itself along with a nice waist strap for our plyometric work. Now, as far as technology goes, it's as basic will be. My co-owner Carl is not very good with technology. Even he learned how to use it over a day. So it's something that anyone can pick up. You can give it to the intern to run. It's a very simple one to do. So hopefully over the next video series, what we can start to show you is not just what velocity-based training is, because I think there's a lot of information and literally in this world it's very easy to find information about it, but what we want to show you is how to practically apply it, how you can put it in your setting, things that you can utilise when it comes to team environments, individual environments, or even things where you might only have 1 or 2 exercises you want to track. How can you do it quickly, how can you do it easily, and how can you get something back from it?